How y'all doing, man? This is your boy Ken Ivy, aka Pimping Ken. I'm back again, man. I told y'all Pimping Ken, better known as Bobby's best friend. Hey, man, check this. I got some real ism with me today, man. Listen, I went all the way to the Apple, man. I took a bite out that motherfucker, right? I brought the motherfucking legend. Y'all know what I said about it. I said, when all the buildings in New York fall, Pimping Ken will still be standing tall. I'm still here, international, nationally recognized, and locally accepted. Hey, man, who we got in the building today, man?
Man, listen, man. You got that one and only, man. Fashion, man. That main attraction, man. That sidewalk Romeo, man. Most easily what pleases me is a money-making hoe. A fancy car, funky crib, much diamond rings and gold. But most of all, my pleasure is a chunky bankroll, man.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Let that shit stack like dirty laundry, man. So, hey, Fashion, man, you know, this is going to be a very tricky interview because I have a lot of questions, right? I mean, a lot of people, they see you and they hear you popping your pimping, man, and they like, man, look at my LRPs coming from the OG. But what they don't know, man, is you did 27 years in the penitentiary, man. First of all, first question I want to ask you is, what did you go to jail for? And was you pimping at the time that you went to jail?
Yeah, I was pimping at the time I went to jail. I'm not pimping no more. You know what I'm saying?
No, 27 years, the statute ran out.
Yeah, I was pimping when I went to jail. I went to jail for murder.
You went to jail for murder?
Yeah, for murder.
So you actually killed somebody?
Well, that's what they say.
So allegedly killed somebody?
Yeah, allegedly.
So at the time, was you in the game?
Hard body and all 4 feet.
So can you explain what happened, you know, to the people out there, you know, that might be like, man, how do a pimp go to jail for murder, man? Can you explain the story to them briefly?
Yeah, real quick. I'll run it by you real quick. Yeah, as you know, I'm from New York City. You know, one of the fastest cities in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I was real deep in the game. I had the baddest chicks in the game in New York, and it caused a lot of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't really a pimp, you might do anything. Mm-hmm. People making up their own rules, and that's what gave the game a black eye. You dig what I'm saying? So they were saying they couldn't eat with me on the street, so they wanted to remove me. Yeah, and they still ain't eat after I left because there wasn't no pimp. You know what I'm so they make a deal. They could have let me stay there. You understand what I'm saying?
They weren't even the pimp on the pimp's ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they framed me on a murder, you know, gave me a murder, and they sent me away into 25 to life. I did 27 years out of it, you know.
So did you know this guy? Did y'all have any communications or anything?
Yeah, you know, everybody know fashion. They always supposed to be pimps. We on the track. You know, the murder happened on the track.
Oh, it was on
you
the
know
blade.
What I'm saying? Yeah, it was on the blade. You know what I'm saying?
So you know the old saying, you know, pimp is a non-contact sport. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with them gorillas and McGillis. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, when you got the murder case, was the niggas like tripping and shit, like saying, yeah, man, this nigga ain't pimping, man, and this nigga done killed another pimp. You know how it is, pimp killer. You know, I mean, you know, did that stigma go on you, or did them niggas just like, you know, they believe that you didn't do it?
Nah, they believe I didn't do it. That stigma never went on me, you know.
Okay.
And plus, they knew I was a full-fledged pimp. They knew this other joker and shit, man.
He was pretendo.
He was pretendo. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, my name was good and shit in the streets with the pimping and shit back then.
To the people that don't know, because we talking about 30, 40 years ago, what was the pimping like back then, man? I mean, you know, New York was live, you know, I was up there, you know, I was fucking with y'all back then.
I was ready to say that. I was ready to
say,
you know,
so,
you was there.
Now, okay, so I tell niggas all the time, when I went to New York, it was a culture shock to me. I'm from Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? You know, better known as Milwaukee. You dig what I'm saying? And, you know, I changed it to Pewaukee. So when we go out to New York, y'all pimping like a motherfucker, bitches, you know what I'm saying? Me dating and shit, sucking dick live on the track and shit. I'm like cars and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Butt ass nigga.
It was a cold butt nigga. I'm like, it's cold outside. These girls butt nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm tripping and shit. And, you know, my first experience, you know, was, you know, like you said, niggas was really pimping. So niggas was trying to peel me for the 2 bitches that I brought out there. You know, they was on me like white on rice, you know what I'm saying? Me. And, you know, thankfully, you know what I mean, I was taught by a great pimp by the name of Pimping Pope, you know, and Rob Robinson and my man Sluggo. He spent many years, I know you know Sluggo, he spent many years out in New York. So I get there and it's really pimping. So what was you doing at that time? I mean, can you explain your daily life as a pimp out in New York, and when you got up, I know you got shit shop and bathed and kicked it and told the hoes to get ready and went to the shopping stores and spend the hoes money at the shopping stores. Tell them slide under the door and go get a pimp some more. You know what I mean? Give me a little snippet of your life, man.
I ain't never, told a hoe to get ready and shit, because all my hoes was always on automatic. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, pimping, man.
Yeah, I ain't never sold no pussy a day in my life and shit, because I ain't no hoe, so I don't know how to sell no pussy and shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Leave that to the hoes.
I leave that to the hoes and shit. You dig what I'm saying? Bitch say she chose and shit, man. That's all I need to know and shit, man. She know what to do from there. You understand what I'm saying? So, I just lay back and get mine off the dresser and shit, man. That's how I used to get mine. You know?
So
I get up in the morning and shit, man. Take a shower and shit, get clean and shit, man. And fill my car full of gasoline and shit, man. And keep pretty green in my pocket and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest, dress, and finesse.
I heard at one time you had 30 bitches at one time.
30 bitches, man. You understand what I'm saying? Had a mansion and
What's
shit,
that, 300 toes?
300 toes, 30 bitches, a mansion and shit. The motherfuckers in New York know. A mansion and shit, and 5 cars and a boat.
Yeah.
When I left the game.
30 bitches. How many bitches you got peeled for out there? 30. I know they was peeling the shit out you, man.
I never got peeled.
You ain't never got served in your life?
Peeled, never. I give bitches away. They'll tell you go to New York, I should give bitches away.
Hey, what was that when you just give some hoes away, man?
I give hoes away, man.
Man. Ain't no nation like a donation, man. Donate the bitch, man.
Away, man.
Donate the bitch, man. Send me the bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? So I say you was really motherfucking pimping, man. 30 deep, ain't never got knocked. I know you done knock some niggas, though. I know you done served some phone calls.
You know what's funny? Check it, right? I don't fuck with another motherfucker's bitch and shit, man. All my bitches is turnouts. That's why I never got knocked. Because all my bitches were turnout. I don't want another motherfucker's headaches and shit. You dig what I'm saying? So I turn all my bitches out myself.
How that look like? How did you turn the bitch out? If all your bitches turn, you got to be the turnout king. 30 bitches, man. You turn out 30 bitches, man. That's a whole lot of motherfucking chicken right there, man.
I like the competition, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like the competition, man. It's easy. A bitch already turned out and shit. Ain't no work.
So if you seen a bitch in the church, right?
I'm going to get
you walked up in the church. I know you sharp, looking clean like yourself. I mean, how that look like? How did you get a bitch out the church, man?
I'm going to get her, man, and shit. I'm gonna put the Bible under my arm and shit, man. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm gonna teach you the Bible and shit, man.
You ain't never think about going to hell? God don't play, man. Hey, y'all. Hey, for all my listeners out there, I ain't never went to the church. I ain't never did that go make God straight me down. Amen.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna give it to you, man, because you asked for it.
Nah, I'm laughing. It's fun.
You dig what I'm saying, man? I tell a bitch and shit, man, back then and shit, I am God and shit, man. You dig what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas in New York say they God, so that ain't unusual coming from New York. When I was in the penitentiary, everybody was God. Everybody from New York, I'm God. I'm 75%, so I understand that part. Yeah. So you said, 30 bitches. What kind of trappers 30 bitches look like? I mean, I know you had the mansions, the boats, 5 cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what kind of money do 30 bitches look? There's a lot of niggas that ain't got 2 bitches. You know what I'm saying? There's some niggas out there ain't got a picture of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just curious, man. Because I got to 16 bitches. And I was checking. At least 20, 15, the lowest 10 a day. So I know you must have been getting a fat motherfucking bank robbed. That motherfucking
you seen the pictures and shit. I ain't never had an ugly broad.
We gonna show.
I ain't never had an ugly broad, man. So man, I was stacking it, man.
Stacking like dirty laundry.
I was stacking it, man, for real. You understand what I'm saying? And that shit would cause me to get in trouble, man, because motherfuckers are getting jealous, man.
So I mean, when I was out there in New York with y'all, there was some good pimps out there, man. I know you was one of the top pimps out there, man. I fuck with a lot of them niggas, I mean, I don't know if I should say their name, but, there's a lot of good pimps out there in New York, and when I first came out there, I just want to say for all my listeners, y'all accepted me, man. I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some niggas just say I was the mayor of New York, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, it was so crazy because, you know, when I first came out there fashion, them niggas was challenging the fuck out of me. Every time I turn around, they was trying to bump my bitch, man. You know, niggas was, man, you know, they was hiding behind cars and shit, waiting for me to go down the street and get at the bitch. You know, they was steady sweating my bitches, but they wasn't setting no bitches, because, you know, every time they set one, I sweat one. You dig what I'm saying? And every time I knock one, I used to put ketchup bottles, you know, by the car, by each tire. I said, nigga, your game ain't never be thick as mine. Mine thick, hi, bitch ass nigga, you need to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Me, and, you know, I knocked them niggas, and we had a lot of fun. And, you know, I got knocked too. You know, my first day, L.A. J, I don't know if you remember Jay out of Jersey, he get me for the bitch. I was at the Carter Hotel. I think it's 42nd, 8th Avenue, and the nigga served me, you know, called me. They called the hotel and said, man, I got the Keisha bitch. He said, I got your bitch. I said, no, nigga, that's your bitch. The bitch belong to the community, man. What are you talking about? I'm not tripping on no bitch. And then the little nigga Lucky, he ride me around and he tried to play me. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to knock me for some folks. So I tricked him. I knew he was at, my bitch told me said he was trying to knock. So I said, tell that bitch, say something that nigga and that bitch only know. And I mentioned to him, and they got out the car so motherfucking fast. He said, oh, man, you about to get my bitch. I said, yeah, they get up off my heels, man. So, you know, you said you never had that kind of shit, because that was my introduction to New York. When I got to New York, I had to battle. It was like it was a battle until, you know, till them niggas started accepting me. And, you know, they love me in New York now.
They gonna
you know
test you, man. They gonna see, man, what you made of, man.
But you
stand up under it.
So I remember you said one time we was in, I think we was in Vegas, or I think it might have been in Brooklyn somewhere, and you was telling me that you said that you had a block, three blocks that was yours.
Radius, 3-block radius. That was in Queens.
Right.
Queens Plaza.
Yeah,
it's newspaper articles on me. These pimps and shit, but they was gangster pimps, gorilla pimps out of Jersey. So they was coming over there kidnapping hoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they kidnapped a couple of my hoes. And it was a pimp war going on and shit. I got the newspaper articles and shit, man. I got locked up and shit. We had shootouts and all that old crazy shit, man. You know? Yeah. That's the cause I got down.
So you was a young man when all this shit was popping, huh?
Young.
You had the perm and shit.
All that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Curls bouncing on my shoulders and shit, man.
You know
I'm pretty than a bitch, man.
Yeah,
you
man. Hey, man, you had it going on, man. Big Jews and shit, man. And, you know, all of a sudden, you know, one day, you know, it all ended, right?
It all ended, bro. Right to the penitentiary, man.
So that segued me to my next question. So when you first got into prison, and you know how they get, you know, everybody been in prison, y'all know what they do. You know what I'm saying? They you know, they strip you down, and then they make you you know, turn in all your clothes and tell you to bend over and cough, you know what I'm saying? And you got all these niggas standing around, you like, man, what kind of shit is this? You know, and I mean, and you just left 30 bitches. I mean, how that feel, man, when you go from being around all bitches and then now you're in the penitentiary around all niggas? I mean, how was that? I mean, was that a funny feel? I know you did some time before that, but I'm saying, did that make you feel uncomfortable?
Man, I turned to a beast, man. I turned to a beast in the joint, man. You know, I'm a legend in the penitentiary, man.
So, for those who don't know, can you tell them a little bit of, because they're going to see the articles, can you tell them a little bit about your journey in the prison, you know, spending 10 years in the hole, and, you know, you killed a few people in that motherfucker allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you was a boxer and shit, you know what I mean? Can you give us a little synopsis?
Well, when I went to the penitentiary, I'm already angry because I was in there for something I ain't do.
Right.
And they told me I was going to die in the penitentiary. This was their plan and shit, you know, the justice system. Said I wasn't going to never get out, I'm going to die, and all this crazy stuff. So I went to Attica. Anybody know anything about Attica? Attica is the worstest penitentiary in the country.
World.
In the country, right? And ain't nothing but some killers up in there, you know. I'm a young cat, and all that bending over and all that,
They ain't happening.
fashion don't do that.
Right.
That spreading cheeks and all that, you know, they'll tell you, I got officers right now that'll back my story. You know, that's when you're really tough, man. You dig what I'm saying? That you ain't doing none of that. It was only 4 of us in the state of New York penitentiary that didn't bend over and spread no cheeks and shit.
And you was one of them.
I'm one of them. That's when you tough.
So you got past all that shit. So when you first hit the cell block, that you had to cut some heads and shit, you know what I mean? And I know you sharpen your steel, got your shank and all that shit, you know what I mean? How was that like? Because, I mean, we got a lot of people out here, man, that's gonna go the wrong way, and we got young people out here, they think it's cool to go to prison, and, I mean, you was in there, you actually seen people die, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you actually was in a lot of prison wars. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, like, I don't want nobody to glorify what I'm about to say about this shit, because this shit is horrible, man. You young motherfuckers do not want this. Y'all don't want to go through this. I was one of the fortunate ones that I went. I've been boxing since I was 9 years old. So that's what saved me. I can fight. You understand what I'm saying? And motherfuckers in the pen, they couldn't believe that a motherfucker, when I went to the pen, I was only 125 pounds. So I'm being tested on the regular and shit, because they couldn't believe a motherfucker this little could be this motherfucking vicious with his hands and shit. But they found out. You know what I'm saying?
They found out.
Yeah, like, I had the boxing title in the penitentiary for 15 years before I retired and shit. Right? So if I didn't have 4 fights a day, I was sick. I love to fight, and motherfuckers will tell you that. So I was beating up motherfuckers so bad in this motherfucker, in the police, I beat their ass. I don't play, I beat them right on up and shit, man. You dig what I'm saying? And like, a lot of people talk this shit, but I got the receipts to show and prove this shit. I knocked police head right off his shoulders and shit. They do not play with me, don't fuck with me, none of that. You dig what I'm saying? Because here it is already, you done took my life, and now you gonna subject me to all this old motherfucking racism and hatred, and I'm not going for that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not having it and shit. So, it was real. I've been stabbed 9 times, I done stabbed other motherfuckers 99 times. You understand what I'm saying?
So what niggas stab you for? Niggas just stab you for nothing? Or because you beat them in a fight? Or
yeah, it
was a gambling debt or something?
They wouldn't fight me with their hand, because they know they ain't had no win.
Right.
So, they come with a knife, start stabbing. So I said, oh, okay, this what y'all doing, because I just always fight. I like to fight. I'm going to give you a fair one, because I knew you couldn't beat me, right? So, ain't like, man, I ain't fighting this motherfucker. Stabbing and shit, right? So they start stabbing me and shit. So I said, okay. So now I went and got me a knife and shit. So I'm telling them like this, listen, man, if you can't beat me with your hands, a knife is just an extension of my hand, you really going to lose. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So I started stabbing them back. They was like, yo, man, we got to get him out of here. They start dropping slits, want to get you out of population and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
So if you stabbed niggas, you was in the hole. How many years you in the hole?
I was in the hole for 10 years.
So how they feed you in there?
They ain't feed you, man. And, like I said, it was a lot of racism when I went to the penitentiary and shit with the police and shit.
Right.
They got clans that working and all that. If you people out here in the street, shit, they murdering us right out here in the street. Imagine what they doing in the penitentiary behind doors where nobody can see it. You gotta imagine that. If they killing us out here in front of everybody, in front of the world, imagine what they doing to motherfuckers and shit, man, in a confined, concealed motherfucking place behind the motherfucking wall. This what people in the street don't realize, don't understand and shit, man. They are really doing some foul shit to a motherfucking shit. It was like 6 months and shit, I didn't do nothing but eat bread and water, because they was putting feces in our food and shit over in Comstock, putting feces in our food and urinating in our food and shit.
Damn. Yeah. Police?
Yeah, the police.
A correctional officer?
Correctional officer. They foul, man. They the worstest criminals on the planet and shit, man. Motherfuckers don't be realizing. They talking about correction. They some foul motherfuckers. They ruthless, bro. They ruthless.
That's some cold shit. So while you was in the hole for 10 years, did you read? I mean, did you do push-ups? I mean, how did you sustain your brain, man?
I work out. That's all I do. Work out,
man. You work out every day?
Motherfucker tell you, I ain't never smoked no cigarettes. I ain't never smoked no drugs. I ain't never used no drugs. I ain't never drank. None of that. All I did was work out my whole bed and shit, man. Stay fit, ready for war.
So you said Attica, right?
Yeah, Attica, terrible, man.
So I was on YouTube and I was looking up Attica, and I heard that they had one of the worst prison riots in the history of America.
Came and just slayed people, man.
They was just shooting and killing people.
Just killing them. But they was doing that before the riot, man. That's why the riot happened, man. Yeah.
And all the inmates, when they protest, they killed them.
Killed them, man.
How many inmates got killed?
I think 40-something.
40-something people.
Yeah.
They just take them out in body bags.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That's terrible, bro.
Man,
Ku Klux Klans and shit.
I was in Green Bay that's a penitentiary. It went nowhere near how you describing Attica, man.
And see, brothers, what I understand about brothers did all this time, they come home and they talk about everything else. Why are y'all not talking about what was going on in Attica? Y'all was there. Y'all know what they was doing to us. I ain't heard not one brother come home and talk about put these motherfuckers on blast what they doing up there in Attica.
They probably was traumatized.
Shit's crazy, man.
So, okay, so you was allegedly charged with murder while you was in the prison, right?
Yes, I was.
So how that shit went down?
Yeah. Had a ride in the yard, and they said I killed somebody.
I said
You know what I'm saying?
Another false murder, huh?
You know.
You ain't did shit.
You know. I was stabbed, man. I got stabs all over my body, man, and shit. You can see all over my neck, man. I've been stabbed and shit. I can't ever find them and shit, man. You probably can look and see, man. I got all kind of stab wounds and shit all over me, man. I got cuts on my face and shit, man. You can see just healed up good. Yeah. Man, it's like going to war, Vietnam and shit, man. Kill or be killed, man. You got to survive. It's just the jungle in there, man.
So I seen, we're going to show the viewers, but I saw the knife that they alleged that you had stabbed somebody on. Yeah, show it to us.
Oh, I keep that. I keep that ready.
Show it to the camera. Let the cameraman beam down on that shit. That's some crazy shit, man. That knife was like, that motherfucker was like something you cut a steak with.
And like I said, not to glamorize this shit, man. I'm a good motherfucking person. I don't like violence and shit, man. But if you bring it to me, I'm going to defend myself, man, to the utmost extent. That's my joint right there. Just finished putting it in somebody.
God damn. Hey, so when them niggas go to jail, ain't no guns over that motherfucker. No, you got to have a shaker. You got to be able to have them hands up.
That's it. That was my game. That knife was my game.
So what? Okay, like what I'm about for, I think I'm not really about for, but I think my audience about. How do a motherfucker go to jail and catch a murder case? What they do? They give you more time, or how that shit? Did they sentence you to more time? How did that work?
Yeah, you get more time. I got 15 years for that murder. Running
on top of your life sentence.
At the time, I didn't have life at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I had 15 years for that.
You got some old school pictures that we can see when you was in your pimp days? And don't you got a photo album right there? Yeah. Beam on that, boss. A lot of motherfuckers be like, man, I was pimping back then. Where is the motherfucking receipts, man?
They ain't got no receipts, man.
Man, I don't know. No bitch that know you, man. So what's that? That's when you was in prison?
I was in penitentiary.
Yeah, money in prison? Show the camera right here.
I'm the only one that pimped from the penitentiary for 27 years straight. I'm the only one that kept hoes for 27 years straight.
Keep showing them. By the camera roll. And tell us about each picture. What's that?
That's on the visit.
I
never worked the whole time I was in the penitentiary and shit, man, because my program was visit. You understand what I'm saying? That was my job, to be in that visit room. I stayed in the visit.
What's the next one? Tell us about that. What's happening right there? What's going on? I see two bitches, man.
You see what's happening? You understand what I'm saying?
They
come to see their king, man. They used to break that door down to come see me, man.
Keep going, pimping. So you was pimping for 27 years while you was in the joint.
27 years non-stop. My mama died and shit while I was in the penitentiary.
My sister, you was a hoe boss then, huh?
Man,
it's hard to pimp for prison. These can't hold the girls on the street. Yeah. Hey, boy, you wasn't playing, wasn't you?
This shit don't stop when a real pimp get popped, man.
Yeah, I see you still had them, man. Oh yeah, they actually have clothes in there. You got shoes on, and you got the greens though.
Yeah, got the greens.
Oh yeah, I see that.
You see something dead on my feet. That's them animals on my feet. So you know what that caused.
The animal people gonna get you, man.
You know what that caused. You understand what I'm saying? So they were setting it out. I had 32 motherfucking pairs and shit of gators under my bed.
32 pairs of gators in the penitentiary?
In the penitentiary, man.
Now, when you had money in the joint, how that work? Do they let y'all have money in there? Or you just...
Nah, that's some contraband, some sneak shit in and all that.
So it's alleged that, when you got through with your bit, you had amassed almost $500,000. from the gang.
In the penitentiary. I got the write up right here and shit, man.
Yeah, I saw you got indicted for pimping in the joint too, huh?
Yeah.
So you got indicted for murder and pimping in the joint.
Yeah,
Man,
I
you
took
a
some
bad
money, man.
motherfucker,
I
man.
took some money, man.
Yeah.
You know, and they knocked me off and shit over the phone and shit, man.
They did.
Yeah, they put me in the hole again.
So you didn't realize that them phones was being recorded.
I didn't care.
You didn't give a fuck.
I didn't care. I'm doing life and shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm making money and
You
shit.
like, it's
man.
pimping, man.
It's
You know what I'm
pimping,
saying?
man,
Yeah,
you know?
man. I'm breaking the
I ain't
bitch,
going
man.
nowhere, man. I'm breaking these hoes,
Yeah,
man.
breaking the
You know,
hoe, man.
my commissary stacked up, man.
Yeah,
You know what
hey
I'm
man,
saying?
hey niggas probably was your best friend. Like, man, come on, fashion man, look
You don't
out,
see motherfucker this many hoes in the penitentiary, man.
man.
You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
man.
saying?
Hey man, hey, if I didn't know better, man, shit, I'd be like, goddamn, that nigga on the streets.
Mm-hmm. Now this is me in the streets. Now young and shit. I done had every flavor of who they is, man.
Oh,
She
yeah.
Indian.
Oh yeah, the
And you
perm,
see they
huh?
bad. Oh, definitely perm, man. Slicker than an onion.
Okay.
Get my hair slicker than an onion.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you got another street picture, huh?
Bunch of them.
Put up to the camera. Okay, that's the pimping. That's the pimping. My man.
Nails long as hell and shit. Kept manicured. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's deep.
They had them curls bouncing off my shoulders. My hair was all the way down on my shoulders, man.
Yeah, man. You had that perm, you was pimping, had the hoes, 30 bitches.
I lost so many pictures, man. You know, in the penitentiary. So
Yeah, that shit
the
moving
moles and
around,
shit they cut
going
out
the
with all
hole.
that
Yeah.
shit, man. You know, I done lost so many pictures. But here can one here. This is in the mansion and shit. This is 3 of my brothers. You can see pictures up on the wall. I had all the pimps pictures on one side and all my hoes pictures on the other side. Them hoes took all them pictures, man. So when I got,
Okay.
you know, I used to call her Whitney Houston. She looked like Whitney Houston.
Yeah, she do. Hey, so you started off, man. You got 30 bitches. You know what I'm saying? You end up catching a murder case.
This is my first hoe right here.
Yeah.
She out of Rochester, New York. That's my first hoe. She was in the penitentiary, female penitentiary. That's her state coat in her hand. She got parole to me.
Okay.
That's on the deuce right there. That's in Times Square.
Okay.
She just came home, just got off the bus and shit. I went and met her and shit, man.
Okay. So you had 30 bitches. You end up going to jail for murder. While you was in jail, that's slick coat there.
Yeah, that's the Mac right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Looking like the Mac.
Yeah. Hey, you got the receipts, man. They can't say you went pimping, man. Yeah. Long perm then. That bitch like a midget though.
Yeah. She was the smallest bitch ass. She out of Florida. That's the shortest bitch I had, man.
That
She eat off the
bitch
top of her head.
shorter than a leprechaun, man. But she was breaking that bread.
I got so many pictures, man. I just brought a couple, man.
Man, that's
So many
enough,
hoes,
man. I think they see the receipt. So I'm gonna go back to my point. So you did 30 years. You caught a murder case. Caught another murder case while you were there. You caught a pimp case. So how did you make parole? How did you end up getting out of prison?
Shit.
You
I guess they got tired of my ass.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, did you change your life while you was there? You had good behavior and shit. You stopped stabbings and shit because they ain't gonna let you out that motherfucker. I know, cause I've been that motherfucker. I got plenty of motherfucker write-ups. If you still active and attractive, so
You was around your mankind and shit, your kind and shit, your like kind and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you can really sit down and chop it up with it and shit.
right.
Man, that shit is disgusting in there, bro. I'm telling you, it's terrible. And guys
Bunch of
like
young
me,
fools, huh?
guys like me, I'm one of the guys and shit that fought and shit, man, to get all the things we had and shit back in the day. We was fighting them police and shit out of my generation and shit. We wasn't going for the shit that they going for now. The police, I'm seeing police slapping motherfuckers and the motherfucker take it on the hop to their cell. What? You got to kill me? You will slap me? What? They tell motherfuckers and shit, man, don't come out your cell and eat. I'm going to jail. You would tell me to stay in my cell. I can't come out and eat and shit, man. Got them scared to death to come out their cell. But you saying you a gangster and you tough. But you scared of a farmer. This a farmer. He ain't never killed nothing but a deer. You a cold murder. You got life. How can you accept that?
Yeah. Man, a lot of niggas, man, they be tough as a motherfucker, you know, cause I went in that motherfucker too, you know what I mean? I was like you, I was about 145, I was a little bigger than you, but I had, good boxing skills too, you know what I'm saying? And I had great leadership skills, so, a lot of the dudes I used to see, they come in there, they didn't kill everybody, but when they come in there, most of them turn into little girls and shit, you know what I'm saying? They be somebody's bitch, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't believe it. This the nigga that was doing all the killing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it be, man. Then a lot of them, they raised by females and they got a lot of girl tendencies and stuff like that. What's that? Yeah. Daily News?
Yeah, this one of my bitches here and shit, man. I knocked the madam and shit, man.
Oh, okay.
I knocked her while I was in the pen and shit, man. Multi-$1 million madam.
Man, we gotta write your movie, man. You got plenty of shit.
They go me and her right there, correspondence. Her name right there, Shorts, man. She writing me and shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she was killing it and shit, man. I knocked her off and shit.
Wow. So, my show is about a collection of transition, and it's about, looking at life as a transmission, switching gears. So, at what point did you switch gear? At what point did you decide, man, I'm done with this shit. You came out of the penitentiary, and now I heard you doing some positive shit,
Most definitely, man. Work every day, man. Pay taxes. You understand what I'm saying? Work every day, man. And it feel good, I said I'm an ex-boxer, so I got a gym. I teach kids how to box, physical fitness, stuff like that. Plus, I deal with motherfuckers in the music industry and shit because I got a family that was big in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So I heard you knew Foxy Brown and your
I know Foxy
Prodigy
my
family.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
So, did you feel bitter after doing all that time? That shit still affect you mentally, or you can actually function in society as a functional being?
No, I'm well functional, man. I'm bitter. Yeah, I'm still bitter. I didn't come home like these dudes, man. See, they did all that time. They get a reversal and come home and get in front of the camera. I'm not bitter. I'm not faking none of that. Yeah, I'm bitter. You took my life. You know what I'm saying? Unjustifiable. You dig what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna do nothing great. But yeah, I'm bitter. I'm gonna let you know. I'm bitter about it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times, brother Fashion, sometimes you just gotta let it go. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, man, if you drink the poison, right, and you expect for me to die, that's absurd. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you got to just, forgiveness is a gift you give to others, not that you give to yourself, not that you give to others. Sometimes you just have to forgive, so you can be comfortable within yourself and you don't be stressed out. So I know, every man, he got his time and his elevation. But, one of the things that I learned since I've been out 33 years now, and one of the tactics I use is I don't let nothing live in my head rent free. If it ain't paying me, I ain't thinking about the shit. Yeah. My son, he right there, he was like, Pops, that nigga just said, yeah, he said it. It's over, it's done. I forgive the nigga. Because I'm not finna, I remember, when I used to sell dope way back in the Gap, right? I get nigga front nigga ounce, nigga take the ounce and shit, and I'm like, okay, he gonna pay me back. Nigga don't pay me back. We in the club. This nigga jamming. I just stuck the pistol. I said, I should go blow his brain out right now. I'm thinking, I'm mad. He didn't rob me, play me for my money, didn't pay me, but he ain't thinking about me. My mom used to say the same thing. She go to church, she buy one of her church people $50. They in church, they shouting, they praising the Lord, and she sitting there, she looking at them like, you ain't nothing but the devil. And she said she had to forgive them in order to forgive herself. So sometimes forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself and not to others. And after doing 27 years, after having the fabulous life that you had, bro, I'm telling you, it's okay to be bitter, man, if you want to be. But I'm telling you, man, the real relief is gonna come, man, when you let that bitterness go. Don't be bitter, man, be better.
It don't bother me though, you know what I'm saying? I just keep it moving, man, I'm strong with it, man. Yeah, you probably want to get this too right here, so you see, man, if you got any doubt, man, check me out. That's the article on me right there. See what it say? Pimp popped. That's what it say.
Pimp popped.
Pimp popped. So if
you keep talking about that.
If you got any doubt about this here pimping here, you understand what I'm saying? It's on record.
So how do a pimp case in the penitentiary look like? How do they use the phone calls?
No.
How was that?
This is my street case.
Oh, that's a street case.
Street case. This was the murder case.
That's the murder case.
Yeah. And they said, pimp pop. They knew I was a pimp and shit.
But I seen some articles where they indicted you in the
I got
in the state joint for pimping too, right?
Yeah, for that there running the prostitution ring.
How the hell you run a prostitution ring from in jail? That's some hell of a shit, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man.
Got to do
you know
it,
what?
man.
Hey, you remind me of one of my cellmates. You keep them niggas in jail. Keep all their papers, man.
That's an Elmire. It's an Elmire Correctional Facility. Can you zero in on that? Pimping like a mad Russian.
So did they take your money when they caught you pimping?
They got what they can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't get all of it. They got what they
some
can
of it,
get.
though. Huh? So what do you had your money at in the prison? In the cell?
Nah.
I seen all that money you had. I mean, you got to have this shit somewhere.
Shit, man. My hoes and shit, man. Had the money and shit. I had some bank accounts and shit and different names and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Hey, brother, Fashion, man. Hey, man, it's a pleasure, man, sitting down with you, man. Like I said, man, you know, I go way back with you. You know, you a very distinguished gentleman. You know, we even did a movie together, right? OG?
Yeah, OG.
We did an OG movie.
This is articles they was writing on me here. It said framed twice. It's an old man and said they was trying to get me out the penitentiary, man.
You got a lot of receipts, brother. So, man, did you got any books out or anything?
No, I got a book written, but I haven't published it yet. I got a story of my life and shit, man, documentary and shit on me, my life story. I haven't published it yet though, but I wrote it while I was in the penitentiary. You know, I'm gonna drop it.
Okay, so hey, you got social media you want to share? I know you got a few artists too. You want to talk about that before you go?
No, man. You know one thing about me since I've been home? I don't care about likes. You know, they be doing likes on social media and all that. I don't care about none of that stuff. And I got a fictitious name on social media because I don't care about the fame. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that.
I guess though people don't know where to find you at. I mean, it might be a bitch and stuff that like it.
Got enough of them, man.
Got enough of them.
I get them easy.
Okay, well, brother, listen, man. It's a pleasure having you here, man. And man, thank you for coming to a view from the game. You know, and man, thank you for coming to the show, man.
My God,
hey,
man, always have been.
I got my man Fashion from New York, man. Hey, man, this man go way back, man. You know, he see me at work back in the day, man, and you know, I had a lot of fun in New York. And like I said, you know, I see he kind of reserved. You know, he wanted, you know, kind of keep it, you know, laid back. But you know, I'm pretty sure y'all was as shocked as I was. You know what I mean? So hey, man, until next time, you're watching A View from the Game. And I'm your host, Ken Ivy, a.k.a. Pimping Ken.
In traffic, tell Ken out there at the ball.
Okay. I'm gonna get your number from G Girl. I'm about to holler at you.
Yeah, much love.
For sure, man. Love, church.
Church out here.
Yeah,
you see little P out here.
Yeah, with the biggest P of the P's, man. The biggest of the biggest, man. You hear me? Yeah, what's going on, man? Yeah, with the big church, man.
Yeah, you gonna realize in the ATL.
What's going on, man? It's Young Free, man. Yeah, with the OG, man. Yeah.
That's how the hoe came. Bitch, you know who you fucking with? I ain't no lanes. Unc Ben taught me how to whip up the cocaine. Bustin' chasing, swiping cards like it's the dope game. Bitch, if you walk in this bank, you getting a new range. Nigga, if you really got rank, then we can do things. Boy, I really be in my duffel. I feel like 2 Chainz. Got it all back in a hurry like this a new way. In the trap, next to my chopper, playing 2K. Hitting demons, cash on my son, they know his daddy paid. Hit my knees, pray to the Lord that we see better days. All this money came off a sinning, don't see a better way. If you owe me some money, then you better pay. 1,300 and change, cost that a Louis sneak. Grind hard, keep hoes out your business, and you can be like me. All a nigga wanna do is just to be like me. This shit done went further than that, nigga, as you can see. I'm on alert, 1,000 pounds in the B&B. Fuck around, be up in your town, kick it with S&Me. Like I put the word around, nigga, don't play with me. Action mans, they gon' tell you, boy, don't play with him. I'm in the A serving bags like we baby new.
Yeah, man. Boss medic at the HHF shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like
Co-op, that's that co-op.
See, Pimping Ken was in here earlier, and he put the pimp spirit in the air. Give me some gangster shit.
Just go get the book when it come out. I'm out of best book in the country, best-selling book in the country, period.
This book right here, Pimping Ken laid it on me.
My God. Cross the tracks, man.
Now let's talk about this book. And Ken is the homie.
He a legend. He a legend.
I fuck with Ken Steve-O. They came to me with, you know, Simon Schuster. Lost me and you the shot caller. When you write a book about somebody, it's about what they've been through. I saw my first nigga get killed. I was 9. I was at school, nigga trying to bring me 17 pounds. And I got cancer. And my auntie Keisha died. Jean died. Everybody was dying. I ain't think I was gonna make it. Me and Reby never hung out together. That's what this book, the world don't know. We never been in the streets together. Master P was in their heyday. They moved to Baton Rouge, so I saw these dudes all the time. Matter of fact, I broke them on the Dick Girl car. When I saw how big they was, all these niggas riding around in big trucks. My show was like $1,200. I got a pocket full of money. I went and got a player, dog. I went and got fresh every day. I was thugging, man. Every week I was on some shit. Fights, shootouts, beef.
Hey, how you doing? This is James C.B. Gray, President and National Spokesperson for the Hip Hop Fraternity. Thank you for watching the trailer of the making of an autobiography of a celebrity featuring Little Boosie.
Sales. That's $100 when you hit a doorbell. $3,000 fitted still got a coke smell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Pimping, man. I want y'all to go get my new book, The 48 Laws of the Game, Pimpology, man. This is the book that everybody is reading. They love it in the prisons. It's selling all over the world. Everything that your father, your uncle didn't teach you, this book will. This will give you a whole lot of game. And it's for men and women. And if you want to be a winner, go get my other book, The Art of Human Chess. It's a bestseller. Both of my books are bestsellers. And if you want to get the book, just go to thehiphopfraternity.com. Go to the link books and hit the book. If that don't work for you, go to amazon.com. If that don't work, go to audiobook.com. Type in my name, Pimping Ken. I guarantee you that the book will pop up. And just order the book. We got the audio book, we got the hardcover, we got the paperback. Anything you need, just go to any one of those platforms, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and get the book.